Michael Kennedy, the man in charge. They're on their feet here at RK Stadium. The electricity is thick. This is a very well-educated soccer community, and they're very happy to host this match. Barcelona in the blue and red with possession.
As you can see, at the early kickoff, the three defenders of Barcelona just taken back, and then Cocu will be the central midfield player, the playmaker for the team from the back.
One of the smallest back lines I've seen, about average height, about 5'8", 5'9". You don't have that big central defender. Cocu, about as big as it gets. And he normally likes to play in the midfield.
The guy that has the ball now. He's the one that really is a very good distribution of the ball. That's dangerous.
Oof. And Valdez does as good as he can. I tell you, you said there might be a lot of goals, and I think Shevchenko and Inzaghi have the potential to light it up against this smallish backline of Barcelona. The key may be possession for the Spaniards. Rino Gattuso over to Rui Costa. On ball to the far left side. Here's the cross by Kaladze.
Good on a bad distribution of the ball there because he didn't put his body forward to put the ball back. But you can see the way tactically how Milan is. They have Maldini, Nesta in the back, and Cafu helps a little bit, but he likes to push forward on the right hand side of the field. So does Kaladze, what you saw just now.
Well, you see Victor Valdez, the keeper for Barcelona. Bad news, Rouge to Rekber. Potential tear of the leg-ankle ligament. Nothing too serious, but he'll be out 2 weeks, and a great chance for Valdez to take advantage of the situation. Remember, he was the guy who saved the penalties that led Barcelona to victory.
But I was really impressed by Rustu. I thought he had a great game against Juventus.
Time Kaladze gets it back to Gida. Paolo Maldini. Here's Nesta. The new boy, Cafu.
Milan likes to have possession of the ball because they want to make their opponent run without the ball, and against him, it's double work.
Ball was intended for Shevchenko. Javi, Gerard. Ronaldinho. Oscar. Overmars on the left. Caged in there by the hard man of Milan.
He's a hard worker. Gattuso's a hard worker. He runs his guts out all the time on the field.
Gattuso, of course, in a strange port of call, was with Rangers briefly, with another time, Marco Negri.
That's how he started. He came from Perugia, and he started like that. He was a young boy, and now he's back in Italy.
He is a European champion. That ball back by Gerard. Cocu! Saviola just gives it a inkling of a hint there, but it ends up with Gida. The big Brazilian keeper, and you have to feel good for this man after all that he's been through. And that one day in May where he looked down upon the football world after that amazing effort in the penalty kicks, beating Gigi Buffon at the other end. Quaresma with his first run, it leads to a throw-in.
They're filling each other out, these two teams now, and see how they're going to play tactically. They just won't ball out of bounds. And they still haven't got into third gear yet.
Cruising along in second gear thus far, we'll see. And we certainly expect things to boil up with these two sides. Barcelona already with some wind in their sails after the victory over Juventus last Sunday. Ooh, nice ball by Rui Costa. Cafu gets by Cocu. Cafu, shoulder to shoulder. Free kick, Milan.
There was two speedsters there. Those two guys ran so fast. Overmars and Cafu, look at them. Who's going to get the ball? They both at the same time on the ball, and Cafu had the better luck of it. And he got himself a nice free kick and a nice danger zone for Milan.
Cafu, the man who played and the only man to ever play in 3 straight World Cup finals. That says a lot when you're from Brazil, where the talent continues to replenish itself. Shevchenko the target. Knocked away by Reisiger. Nesta. Gattuso. Saviola has help, gets his lines crossed with Ronaldinho. Knocked away by Gattuso. It will be a throw in for Barca.
There's always something happening. When Quaresma gets hold of the ball, he's got a good dribbler. He creates a lot of problem for any defender.
What an amazing group of players brought in by Barcelona. Quaresma joining him from Sporting of Lisbon. Ronaldinho, another new face, along with Rafael Marquez, who is on the bench but not in playing attire. Cocu. Square ball in for Gerard. Reisiger, Puyol. Quaresma. Oh, it's won by Inzaghi. Shevchenko wants it, but it ends up with Pirlo, who loses it promptly. Ronaldinho. Saviola. Javi. Overmars. Looping around him, Cocu. Or check it, Oscar. Oscar receives it now. This man starting for a second straight match. There are some issues defensively, it looks like, for Barcelona, but Oscar getting a great chance to show his wherewithal. Pirlo's ball.
For some reason, when Barcelona get possession of the ball, 8 Milan players come all in their own half. And they do pressing and they mark up tight. Look at this.
Seedorf. Shevchenko. Seedorf. Puyol and Shevchenko on the left side. And from the Ukraine, cannot beat the man born and bred in Barcelona. Quaresma. Quaresma, the dummy to Ronaldinho. Quaresma into the midfield. He loses Gattuso. Oh, lost it there. Overmars sliding it in.
That was a great run by Quaresma. He went about 50 yards with the ball on his feet. At the last minute, he kicked the ball and he got hurt. He hurt himself. And rightly so, Ruud Costa threw the ball outside.
How about this crowd? They are really into it. I tell you, Washington, D.C. knows it's football, and they're really excited. And this is how it all started. Lost by Shevchenko, and then it fell in the hands of Ricardo Quaresma. And he just took off.
He had a great control in midfield and just went around Rui Costa and he just shot for goal. He just went straight through. Gattuso couldn't stop him. This is when he gets hurt. He tries to kick the ball and Cafu went right sliding tackle into him. Just a bump. Cold water will take care of everything.
Barcelona don't get a free kick, but they certainly claim that both Quaresma was fouled and Overmars, when he received it, was also fouled. In the end, it'll be a Milan throw. Here's Frank Rijkaard. And let's quickly get a report from Christian Miles, as both coaches have a lot in common.
Yes, indeed, guys. A reunification of teammates new and old. Carlo Ancelotti and Frank Rijkaard actually teammates on that 1990 AC Milan European Cup winning team. Those two would love nothing more than to reunite in this year's final, but there's still a long ways to go. Now back up to you guys.
Oh, those were the days for Milan, those early 90s. 1 year, 91, where they didn't lose a match in Italy and only allowed 21 goals over 34 matches. Paolo Maldini was a member of that back line.
He was a young Maldini then.
Yes, and the old guard in the back, as that's offside, of course, Franco Baresi. And you love to mention it, you'll not see a number 6 for Milan because they have retired Baresi, because they said there'll never be another Franco Baresi.
Yeah, it's difficult to be known like that.
Oh,
he had a
fantastic.
great career, unbelievable. But this game has to pick up with pace. I think they're still studying each other. Teams of this caliber, they don't like to lose games.
Coutinho by Pirlo and Gattuso. Oscar's ball taken by Cafu, who joins Milan from Roma. Here's a tricky ball by Valdez.
That's a dangerous spot because always Filippo Inzaghi is good because he always looks at the goalkeeper and he's right on the offside trap, and that's how he scores a lot of goals from mistakes of defenders, the opposition defenders.
Four keepers currently with Barcelona. Valdez, the only Spaniard. Cafu, he can cross it. Not his best work. goal kick again for Valdez. Robert Enke, German. Roberto Bonanno, an Argentine. We figure his days are numbered with the arrival of the other keeper, Rustu Rekber, who's Turkish. And then in the middle of all that, there is Victor Valdez, starting today. Saviola. Ronaldinho! Quaresma! 11 minutes in, and the man from Portugal scoring for the Spaniards, the Iberian Peninsula in the house. Barcelona 1-0.
Well, this is a great goal. This is a good player. He impressed me Sunday against Juventus. Look at Saviola. Did a great thing. Ronaldinho straight through the ball to Quaresma right on the left-hand side corner. Nothing to do, nothing at all. He couldn't do nothing. What a great ball by Saviola and Ronaldinho straight away. Vertically. Cafu didn't pick him up in time. Neither did Nesta. They were both caught napping. Great goal by Barcelona. I said we're going to see a lot of goals. We are going to see a lot of goals.
I'll never doubt you again. And you're saying they were studying each other out? Well, they hit their books, and Barcelona found the answer. They're knocked out. Look at Quaresma on the right. Oh, he was wide open. Saviola took it himself.
But he was at the edge of the penalty area. You're a forward, you have to shoot on goal. I don't think he saw Quaresma was on his right-hand side, because if he all had to do is just pass the ball with that side of his foot, and Quaresma could have had another goal.
Let's face it, we don't get to see the Portuguese league too often, so we weren't exposed to a talent like Quaresma, but obviously this man has all the skills necessary to compete at this highest level. Pirlo is an easier one to handle from Valdez. He's happy to receive those. Gerrard, so Barcelona again break out in front very early. They did against Juventus. Saviola, who scored both goals in that first match.
Seedorf mucking more into the game. So is Rui Costa and Cafu, because these are people that can make a lot of problems and can create chances for Milan. We haven't seen them at all yet. You know, they're still. I hope they're not jet lagged. They're still steeping.
They only came in a day ago and they leave tomorrow morning. So a lot of on the jet flag finally up. It was up on Inzaghi. Good save by Valdez, nonetheless.
That's Inzaghi's strength. He plays right on the line of the offside. There he's a couple of yards offside, but that's what he does the best. He just waits and prowls around the penalty area, and if he gets a chance, he's going to put it in the back of the net.
He's the ultimate poacher. Doesn't have the skills that some other number 9s may have. But exactly said, you leave him open, you give him a half chance, he'll take it. And as a result, he was in the midst of an amazing season last year, and he wants to duplicate it here with a healthy Andriy Shevchenko alongside him.
There's still a lot of people coming in. I can't believe it.
It's a late arriving crowd, and the seats filling up. Gattuso. Shevchenko. Gattuso, the cross. More of a shot. Taken Valdez. Barcelona hope to have a good young keeper the way Real Madrid did with Iker Casillas. Rooming for Barca. Here are the results from the Champions League. Celtic did get by Lithuanian opposition in Kaunas. Squeezed by.
There was no question about they going through the next round, because this team is a weak team. Celtic, they didn't play very well against Manchester United. They played much better against Boca Juniors.
Yes. A couple days in Cleveland will get you straight. Over the bars!
I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti is not so pleased about his team performance in the first 15 minutes of this half. Look at the space that Overmars has. Cafu has to close him down.
Kaladze. Oh, that's a good looking cross. And he was looking for Shevchenko. Both players have Ukrainian passports.
There's Shevchenko on the right hand side of the corner. He just pushes Koku.
Kakaber Kaladze, he's Georgian extract. And I tell you, it's good he had that Ukrainian passport after his days of playing for Dynamo Kiev, because according to the rules in Italy, that Ukraine passes as EC. Which keeps one of those foreign spots available for Carlo Ancelotti. Nesta. Pirlo. Rui Costa. Raising Gerrard, and now Cafu. He loves to run up that right side.
That's what he does the best. When he gets going, you can't stop him. And this is a player that can make a difference in the midfield. Rui Costa. Not like that, you will not.
It's good to see him getting some touches, though. Get him and Seedorf, as you said, Giorgio, on track. As we see the 43-year-old Carlo Ancelotti, former midfielder with Roma and Milan, teammate of Frank Rijkaard, a disciple of Arrigo Sacchi. Reisiger, Puyol, Saviola makes his run, back to Ronaldinho. Xavi. Played back, Saviola again gives it a sniff, but then cleared away by Dida. Reisiger. Fellow Dutchman, Clarence Seedorf. There's the onside run that Inzaghi was waiting for. Xavi can't get rid of it. Now Seedorf has Shevchenko, has Rui Costa, uses them in the midfield. Flag up on Shevchenko.
I don't know about that. That was a close call, but the linesman is closer than we are, and he thought he saw him on offside. He just releases the ball now. He is not offside. When he releases the ball, he's not offside.
Hey, don't look at me. I said if it's remotely close, the flag must stay down.
Sometimes the linesman look at, he judges when the player receives the ball. It's when the ball is played that he must understand if he's offside or not.
We all on him. Nice ball near side. Oscar. Overmars. The word on Cafu, he doesn't like the defenders as much as he used to. And he was beaten there, but some help from Gattuso. Nesta.
What they're good about Barcelona, they have two options all the time. On the right hand side with Quaresma, he takes his man on, and on the left hand side with Overmars, and he takes his man on. So they are creating a lot of problems for Milan. And Milan has to push forward a bit more. They can't keep taking possession of the ball. They lose it, like in this circumstance.
Overmars. It looks like Milan may be still celebrating their Champions League triumph, because they do look flat, which is something we weren't going to expect. They ought to be cautious here, or they may lose touch with this Barcelona side, who is really steady go. They are focused in.
You gotta move out.
Maldini, nice ball back to the Dutchman. Overmars, Saviola was going to set it back, but he had to keep. Oh! Oh, he's through! Saviola! Magic!
That was a great move by Saviola. The fans appreciated the skill of his player. Great control, unbelievable. It goes around two players with no problem. Look at that. And Cafu comes right at late, and then Saviola loses the ball.
Young Argentine, just 21, and he is really going to set into that period of his career, and knock on wood that no injuries follow him, where he will become one of the big names in world soccer. He's offside there, retreats. Gattuso. Shevchenko goes right over his foot, and Valdez will take. Everyone claiming back pass, but they're not going to get it there. We have played 20 minutes. Barcelona, courtesy of Ricardo Quaresma, leading AC Milan 1-0. Milan prepares for the Super Cup against Juventus next Sunday. Barcelona also have a match against next Sunday as well against mighty Manchester United, who have already won their first 2 matches. And Barcelona want to achieve that same feat. They can get through here.
That'll be the repeat of Champions League final between Milan and Juventus at Giant Stadium on Sunday afternoon at 2:45. So it should be a great game. But Milan got to worry about tonight as well. Can't think about Sunday. That's 4 days away.
Across to Puyol.
The Milan players are too flat-footed. They're going to make more movement. They're going to spread out a bit more. Oh, it's a great save by Puyol because Inzaghi was ready, made a run through the middle, and nobody went after him. Would have been just him and the goalkeeper.
Inzaghi, over 100 goals in his Serie A career, and remember he had a few years in Serie B too. Away by Cocu. Pirlo. Things improving for Milan. They're getting more touches. There's the ball in. Oh, Inzaghi almost had it. He was going to play the volley out of his reach.
That was a difficult ball to get that, but he tried it anyway. Look at this. He lifts his arm up. He wants the ball. And Rui Costa just too far ahead of it.
Oscar. Nesta and Cafu meeting together that ball. Pirlo goes right on the legs of Javi Seydorf, and that's clearly offside on Pippo Inzaghi.
That's his game though, right down the line of offside. I think he was a couple of yards offside this time, but you got to be careful. If you make a mistake and you don't push forward and you leave him onside, you are going to get hurt.
Yeah, he'll get offside time and time again, but then he'll catch you. Cocu. He's happening inside. This is his first minutes in the new season. Played up ahead. Quaresma the target, away by Kaladze. Pirlo. One of the shining stars of the Italian youth system, now at 24.
Ancelotti created this role for him, you know. Central midfielder backwards, so he's right in the front of the 2 central defenders. He's the playmaker of the Milan team.
Oh, what did Valdez just do? Oh, the youth coming out. He played the ball. And yeah, take another look. This is very strange. What was he thinking? No, lad, don't do it. Well,
no comment.
Yes. And if anything comes of this, oh boy.
I'm sure Frankie Rijkaard won't be happy about this at all.
Costa to Seydorf and back again. Here's the cross. Shevchenko. And Valdez made sure. Quaresma. Oh, little tackle from Cafu. Free kick. When I say tackle, not a typical football tackle, more along American football perhaps.
It's difficult to get a hold of this Quaresma. He's really impressed me. I think, you know, he's got a great future ahead of him.
I tell you, he was a little more low profile than the other signings, but he has made the biggest impact thus far. He receives it here. What a ball by Javi. Quaresma. Away by Nesta. Kaladze. And there's Captain Courageous, the talisman of Milan, Paolo Maldini. Shevchenko. Oscar with some work to do, but he does it well.
Very confident Oscar there with his head ball back to the goalkeeper, and he gets possession of the ball again. That's really, Barcelona's playing very well tonight. Like they impressed me on Sunday against Juventus. They've progressed on the ball, on the game. He'll take you on. Overmars will take anybody on.
Ronaldinho. Javi, well, didn't do too well. As it ends up with Shevchenko. Cafu. Oh, that was a massive four-way collision. No one heeding the stop signs.
The Barcelona players are not too happy about it because they thought that Gattuso really went against Cafu, which he did.
Gattuso hits him, but it's a free kick for Milan. Hey, any way you can get it. Maldini, 34-year-old phenomenon who's been with Milan since 1984. 19 seasons played. Oh, it's away from Valdez. Inzaghi, the flag's up!
I don't understand why the flag is up now. If he was offside, he should have put the flag up before. In fact, Inzaghi said, what are you doing?
Let's see if we can make heads or tails of this.
I think there's a through ball. This is offside, but you can't see the linesman. He never put his flag up. Now he puts his flag up, which you can't see on your screen. Should have put the flag up before.
Oh boy. And 5 offsides for Milan, and I would dare say all 5 are on Inzaghi.
You're right. Oh, great move by Ronaldinho on the referee. Should let him play on. Advantage.
Ronaldinho wearing the number 10 jersey after it was relinquished by Juan Roman Riquelme, who's going to be off on loan. We're all scratching our heads. Where? Someone's going to be happy. He's very talented. He just maybe got lost in a numbers game. Quaresma the target. Gerrard plays it in. It's got a lot of legs on it, but Quaresma able to track it down. Yes. Oh, Ramona! And it may lead to something. The play made famous by Richard Boccini. And everyone does it these days. Quaresma putting on a show. Inzaghi. Pirlo. Shevchenko. He's in. He shoots. Up through the goal mouth. Cafu. It's still in. Madness in the 6-yard box.
I can't believe that nobody thought this is a great move by Quaresma. Kalaznik gives him too much space. You see, he has enough space and he has the time to do this beautiful trick. And here Shevchenko beats Puyol, takes across, right across the goal mouth. Nobody goes and gets the ball. Cafu gets it at the end. Could have gone out a little bit. I'm right back at Valdez's arms.
I think everyone expected the flag to go up and it never did.
Frank Rijkaard is saying something for Ronaldinho because he wants him to change position on the field.
Well, the sun will come up tomorrow and Gennaro Gattuso will pick up yellow cards. Second nature. Over Mars. The split defender. Saviola. Javi! Oh, it kissed the post! Makes it in the back post.
That was a great move by Barcelona. 1, 2, 3 by Ronaldo to Saviola. Back to Javi and just raises a post inches away from the second goal of Barcelona. From this angle you can see it much better.
The young man who replaced Josep Guardiola, the Barcelona legend in the midfield.
Too much space. Milan is giving too much space to Overmars just now and Quaresma. You've got to shut them down. It's not going to create a lot of problems and they're going to put you in a lot of difficulties. I understand it's the beginning of the season, but you have to be much more sharper than that if you want to do well this year. You have to speed up also your action. It's too slow. You can't lose the balls in the middle of the field like that and they give him away counter attack to Barcelona. Look at Overmars. He's gone. Overmars is gone. He's going now.
See him now, Nesta. Johnny on the spot. Or Giuseppe on the spot as you'd have it. Overmars. Getting back to an onside position. Javi. Ronaldinho, look out. Oh, play the nutmeg.
He nearly got away with that.
We have played half an hour and Barcelona just oozing with class. They lead it 1-0. Now Milan swinging to the left side. Kaladze. That's straight to Gerrard. Well, Giorgio, we saw it with Juventus. The first team side didn't play very well. As the flag goes up on Shevchenko, and what will Ancelotti do? He has 11 guys on the bench, and I have a feeling we're going to see most of them.
No, Ancelotti is not happy about the linesman down here because he's putting up his flag all the time, but this time I think he was offside as well. From his position, I don't think you can see that.
And that's offside number 6.
He shouldn't be upset of the linesman, he should be upset of his players. They're not playing up the par for my... But I believe they can play much better than that.
Well, RFK Stadium is shaking. Like that Ronaldinho against Brazilian teammate Cafu. His captain on the national side. He's not afraid to push it through there. Great ball, Javi Saviola del Conejito. Ah, the little rabbit with a jump start.
Oh, we finally see Seedorf with the ball now. I can't believe it. We haven't seen him all game yet.
Gattuso. Cafu. Stopped by Overmars. Barcelona back to it. Gerrard. Ronaldinho. Back to Gerrard. Trying to take it right up the guts, but instead plays it over to Ricardo Quaresma. What has he got up in his bag of tricks? Oh, one of those! The cross!
Calade, he has a difficult time to shut down Quaresma. You can't give him too much space. When he goes into possession of the ball, you have to go right at it.
I feel bad for Kaka Kaladze because it's like he has 4 feet, Quaresma. That's a nice move by Pirlo. From Brescia, who played for his hometown team as well as Regina and Inter. You're landing here. Milan. Seedorf. There he is.
No, that's a setup I know. Not the one in the first half an hour. Hasn't touched the ball. First ball he touches, he nearly scores the equalizing goal. Then he gets possession of the ball. He's about 25, 30 yards away from goal. He doesn't think twice about it. Takes a shot. The ball just goes a couple of inches away from the post.
I tell you, Giorgio, you do an interview with Christian Miles at the beginning of the match, and look what happens. Finally, he's come out of it.
Well, you putting the blame on Christian now?
Absolutely. Nesta. Shevchenko. Rui Costa. Cafu's got a cushion. There's the cross. Shevchenko. Puyol desperately clears Seedorf. And the
No, that's not offside. That's not offside because they're all coming back in. Shevchenko was not offside.
Well, while we have a minute here in the crowd booth, let's take a listen to what Christian Miles has made up of all of this.
Well, grounds to boo, and Carlo Ancelotti, the AC Milan coach, has had just about enough yelling, basta, basta. Many offsides call, plus disgusted with the play of Andrea Pirlo, urging his central midfielder to push more forward. Now back up to you guys.
And of course, Christian Miles assisted by Ruben Velez with the Italian translation there on the sideline. 7 offsides. I tell you, if this linesman was at the San Siro, he'd probably have difficulties leaving the stadium in one piece.
He might have difficulty leaving the stadium here. Forget San Siro. Because Carlo Ancelotti is really upset at him.
Rui Costa. Of course, he first made an appearance at Serie A with Fiorentina, teammate of Gabriel Batistuta. Ah, what has become of football in Florence? Rui Costa, that's a great turn. Look at the ball. They get over Puyol. What a classy defender. Always knows where to be. Shevchenko, Kaladze.
Look at Quaresma. He's all the way back to defend his own goal. It's unbelievable. Tactically, he's a good player, this player.
And fit as they come.
Unbelievable.
Let me tell you, we knew Overmars was a threat, and we knew Saviola was quick, and you throw another speed merchant in there like that, and all of a sudden Barcelona looks like they could certainly compete with the creme de la creme. Nesta, Serie A champion with Lazio. Did he live on that block, that same street as you? With
Yes, he did. They all did.
Veron?
It's a place called Oljata.
I'd hate to be that park when you have little pickup games. Stopped that time by Maldini. Seedorf. It was at my pace, gentlemen.
The maneuver of Milan is too slow. By the time they get to on the foul line, all the Barcelona players already came back to defend.
There's Rui Costa. Puyol. We may misjudge that, but there's no quitting him. He's a terrier. Javi. Maldini gets in his way for a second, but there's plenty of space on the left, and Overmars will take it from midfield in, the former Arsenal winger. Gerard.
They let him play too much in the middle of the field. You've got to shut him down before. Not they're going to create. Barcelona's going to create a lot of problems for me. Look at this.
Quaresma. He slips up on the left side and has a throw in for Barca. Of course, many compare him to Luis Figo, being from Portuguese, and of course ending up with Barcelona shortly thereafter. So far, it's not a bad comparison. See if he can continue that torrid pace. I'd say we'd only see Gattuso with that sort of body English, sort of lurched over bit, heavy breathing. You can tell these Milan players still have a lot of work to do with regards to finding the fitness. Maldini. Cafu. Seedorf, the man from Suriname. This is going to be a corner.
That's a game of Milan. When Cafu pushes on the right side and Calazzi pushes on the left side, and you give him these through balls, then you can create problems. But you have to speed up your maneuver. If not, this is too slow.
Milan with both corners of the match thus far. Played in. Seedorf controls it. Overmars. Ronaldinho. Oh, there's plenty of space on the right side. Look out. 2 against 1. Into the handball. Play on. Saviola. Quaresma's offside. Saviola.
That's what a forward has to do. He has to take a shot on goal. He could have passed it to Quaresma. He was all alone there. Quaresma is not so happy about the shot of Saviola. But here we go. 2 against 1. It's only Nesta back there. Saviola and Quaresma. He controls the ball. He looks at him on the left-hand side. And he doesn't pass on the ball, and he just takes a shot and he just wins. Just a little bit high. You have plenty of options, but a forward has to be a little bit egoistic. You have to take shots and go.
You're allowed to be selfish. Oscar turns, but that should find Nesta. Look at that, almost lost it to the cunning Saviola.
See, that's what the maneuver is doing. All the Barcelona players are already back in their own half, and now they can go counter-attack.
Saviola into the bag, he digs. That one didn't work out as well as he would have liked. Pirlo. Gattuso. Shevchenko and Inzaghi there, picking the channels.
That was a great idea by Gattuso. Vertical like that.
We're in the 40th minute here at RFK Stadium. Barcelona lead at 1-0. They've had a couple more chances to add to that, and a pretty flat first performance from Milan. Overmars. He's into the corner, cuts in. Better from Gattuso. Falls for Cafu. Seedorf. Onside, Cafu. And the corner. The third here for Milan.
Gattuso's pushing up to receive this ball now. He's by himself there. But Cafu, no, he's not going to pass it to him. He's going to cross the ball.
Inzaghi almost reached him. Look who was there again, Puyol. Rui Costa. In, then out, then back. Nesta.
Maldini's upset at Rui Costa because he wanted the ball. He should have passed it to him. They're still talking about it in the middle of the field.
Gattuso, he slipped it in, stopped by Gerard, and off goes Quaresma. It's too long. A lot of gesturing between the Milan players. They're not on the same page just yet. Puyol, holding the left ankle. And now Shevchenko, and Puyol, injured and all, still makes the stop. What a warrior! You don't want to see that. With all the talent they have, maybe the one or two players that they cannot afford to lose is Puyol. Quaresma pulling the strings here. Gattuso tries to catch up, bounces off. Oh, almost over Cafu. Thought there was a handball.
Yeah, Quaresma wanted a free kick because he thought Cafu handled the ball.
3 players across for Seydor. Now he has Cafu. Well played by Oscar. I tell you, this young kid is really impressing. Let's see if there was a handball. Oh, it just went right through the hole there. So the right decision from Michael Kennedy.
Well, you can't lose the ball like that in the middle field. You're going to get into trouble like that. You start a counter-attack with Barcelona. You have Saviola and Quaresma. Look, they both looking for the ball.
Pirlo. Kaladze. The ex-Dinamo Tbilisi defender also can play in the midfield, and that's why he's extremely valuable for Carlo Ancelotti. Look at Puyol. He's a blanket. A wet blanket.
Too late. Too late. You had a chance to cross the ball straight away.
Oh, that had a chance. If only half of one.
Shevchenko didn't believe it. He's upset at himself too. He could have headed the ball down. It would have been a certain goal. There's Maldini putting this ball right in the middle. He didn't get the right hold of the ball. He just...
Valdez. Nesta brings it to a screeching halt, leaves it for Seydor. Rui Costa lurking around as well. He threw an elbow there as he and Gerard made contact, looking for Inzaghi. Nice ball by Overmars. Ronaldinho surrounded by 3 Milan defenders. It doesn't matter. Away with you, lad! Overmars! Oh, Rino Gattuso!
He came back and just hammered it.
That is the Rino Gattuso we're used to seeing. Search and destroy.
He's not afraid of anything.
Oscar, no one there to receive it. Pirlo.
The maneuver of Milan is too elaborate. They take too much time to get up to the goal line. Look, Maldini himself has to go forward.
Whatever works. We're into the 45th minute. Barcelona playing from the front again. Puyol. Cocu. Reisiger. Now he goes to the right side. Pirlo. Reisiger, a guy that could benefit greatly from the appointment of Frank Rijkaard. And Giorgio, 0 stoppage time in what has been a nice free moving with very few stoppages, with the exception of the offsides. So this may be the last couple touches here. Onside this
he's
time.
onside.
Oh, Valdez promptly clears it. That is the end of the first 45 minutes here in the nation's capital. Ricardo Quaresma. 10 subs for Milan. And we'll let you know who they are, a mix of old and new faces. Cafu out. Dario Simic, the Croat, comes in. Abbiati replacing Dida. Marco Borriello replacing Pippo Inzaghi. Serginho replaced Rui Costa. Fernando Redondo, good to see him back, taking the spot of Clarence Seedorf, and that's about halfway through. Pirlo out, Ambrosini in. Brocchi in for Gennaro Gattuso. Giuseppe Pancaro, former Lazio, comes in for Kaka Kaladze. Martin Larsson for Paolo Maldini. You can't be serious. Roque Jr. for Alessandro. Wow.
Kitchen Bounce is right. Ancelotti is really upset at the performance of his in the first half. They were really slow. Like I said, I think they're still on the plane. And he said, we cannot do this. We got to change everything. So he changed everything. Just had Shevchenko on the field. I tell you, these other 10 players are not so bad as well.
No, it's a good second line of players. One sub for Barcelona, and it's Albert Jorquera for Victor Valdez. Serginho. Oh, there's a chance. Brocchi, the ex-Inter player. They're looking for Shevchenko. Borriello. Serginho.
That was the right idea. You got to shoot on goal. You're in the penalty area, you got to take a shot. You don't pass the ball in these circumstances. Brocchi wins a nice ball, puts it back in. And Borriello just tees it off for Serginho. On the back of the heel of Borriello. Can you imagine who's got a goal?
Well, you said it earlier, Giorgio. Your bench has a Danish international, a Croatian international, 2 Brazilian internationals, a couple Italian internationals. Amazing depth for the European champions. Serginho's ball goes into Roque Jr. Serginho closing fast to get it right back.
This seems the pace has picked up for Milan. They know they're losing 1-0. They can't lose pace. They have to do something better than what they did in the first half. Here's Redondo. Just put first ball. Brocchi. Look at Shevchenko on the left-hand side by himself. He gets the ball finally.
He does. He may tee one off. He does. He does.
In that circumstance, Barcelona players should have shut him down earlier because he had plenty of time to put the ball down and take a shot on goal. Not a clean shot at all. The goalkeeper just got his little fingers at it and put the ball for a corner kick.
Serginho taking all the set pieces and a nice ball in as it finds Ambrosini.
This is an interesting player, number 18, Borriello. He's a young player. A lot of teams in Italy wanted him, and Milan will not loan him out. This is not, Ancelotti said, I'm going to keep this player because he can grow with us.
Jorquera. By Ronaldinho. Larsson looking for Shevchenko. Timed his jump well, but Cocu able to deny him in the end. Serginho. Tremendous left-sided talent. And he challenges Puyol. Good luck. Puyol has been perfect. Gerard. It's great to see this man back and playing. Fernando Redondo. To say he's had injury problems would be the understatement of the century.
He's been out a long time, a long time. But Milan stuck with him. They believed in him.
Blew out his knee and he missed his first 2 seasons with Milan. Here's Borriello. In a trainee with Milan, puts it in, Pancaro! And Albert Jorquera does just enough.
I told you he's an interesting player, this Borriello. He's a young kid, and Ancelotti believes in him. He says he can learn a lot of things from the first team, and he's given him a chance. A great ball with his left foot, and Pancaro makes a nice shot and goal.
Javi. Ambrosini. Brocchi. Diminutive midfielder, but stocky. Tough in the same mold as Gennaro Gattuso. Ricardo Quaresma. Turning it in, Jorge Jr., World Cup winner with Brazil. Javi. First real good attack here from Barcelona. Ronaldinho has opened his scoring account with Barcelona. A freakish goal, but Barcelona will take it with a grin from ear to ear. It's 2-0.
Piatti not happy about that at all because there was a deflection on the shot of Ronaldinho, and we can see it. Javi gets the ball, he puts it down, he sees Ronaldinho, gives it to him, and I think Larsen took Rocket Jr. put it in his own net. Deflection on Rocket Jr. Piatti was going one way and the ball went the other way. Milan now, is it going to be a game like Barcelona, like Juventus 2-2?
Yeah, I hope so. I'll take that.
2-0. Milan has to wake up. Now they were playing much better than the first half, but they just conceded a second goal.
Well, Milan showed a lot of promise, but they're now trailing by 2. Shevchenko. He's putting a good effort, but he just can't seem to come up with the ball. Ronaldinho. Redondo. He's lost it, and Ronaldinho separates from the Argentine. Slotted in by Saviola.
Saviola on this time too, he had Quaresma on the right hand side. It was free, nobody near him, and he neglected him. He just didn't pass him the ball. He was looking for 1-2 with Ronaldinho.
Ambrosini, he takes over the captain's armband. Martin Larsen, ex-Verona. Borriello. Brocchi, who as with the case with a couple other Milan players, used to play with Inter. Serginho. Shevchenko. Junior. Shevchenko gets into the pocket.
Yeah, but they're still there. They're passing the ball. They haven't moved an inch ahead.
Pancaro. Borriello was there. You being former Lazio, it's very hard to get used to seeing Giuseppe Pancaro in the Milan jersey.
And also the first half was Alessandro Nesta. Look at the players from the first half. They're all upset. Look, nobody's smiling.
Arms crossed.
Yeah.
Just so good.
Ancelotti was not pleased at all about their performance in the first half.
It was very strange. At halftime, all the players went to the locker room, but Ancelotti stayed with the reserves. You knew something was brewing. And boy, was there ever. Quaresma denied by Giuseppe Pancaro. Serginho flips it in. Borriello. Well, the wave is underway here at RFK Stadium, and ever since it's begun, this beautiful, this wonderful breeze has hit us here in the broadcast area, so it's done the job. Quaresma with Ronaldinho.
Yeah, the wave is in the stand, but the wave is also on the field because Milan better wake up.
Ronaldinho's having his way with Redondo, which is something we could have expected. All the injuries Redondo has suffered. A two-time La Liga winner with Real Madrid. What a wonderful turnout here at RFK Stadium. The Champions World Series circa 2003. Slotted in behind. Ambrosini, Borriello, Brocchi! Where is Barcelona getting these keepers?
Great save. He came out right at just the right time because that would have been a shot for 2-1. And Brocchi had a great opportunity and he just closed all the angles. Yeah, they missed the ball completely. Look at this. He just closed all the angles with his right foot.
Well,
his right foot, unbelievable.
Barcelona's time to play catch-up with regards to substitutions. Ronaldinho is coming off. He'll be replaced by, I believe, Luis Enrique. So again, not a bad bench.
Get a standing ovation from the fans here in Washington.
Whoa!
Also, Saviola's coming off.
Dani comes in for Saviola, as was the case in the match against Juventus. Serginho dips in. Ambrosini was close. Rocky. Not a bad ball. Well, Javier Saviola scored 2 goals against Juventus, and again, tremendous effort today. Let's take a look at his exploits. The Argentine, outstanding.
That was a great move. Went past Maldini, Cafu just nudged him off the ball, and he lost the ball. Great ball control by Saviola. He has a lot of skills. This yet another great opportunity. Let the left foot fly just over the crossbar.
This really may be the year he just explodes. He hasn't had a bad pass either. Bassini, Shevchenko. Larson.
There is just no more space for Milan. Barcelona players all in their own midfield. There's no open spaces, so Milan has to push the ball backwards all the time to their defenders. That's dangerous.
Here's Hockey Jr. What a brave effort from him as he urges his team on in the Champions League final. They were out of substitutes, Milan, yet he pulled his hamstring and continued to play. Oh, Serginho, flag down, Serginho!
Oh no, Shevchenko's really upset. We should have given the ball to Shevchenko, but what a move by Borriello. Here's Quaresma.
Quaresma slips in, good defending by Larson. Aviati. The usual number 1 displaced by Dida. Redondo. And he was, in his heyday, one of the most elegant players you'd see. And you certainly hope that he can get to somewhere close to his former self. Junior. Serginho. Well, this referee's assistant has been much kinder to Milan. The flag stayed down again.
But I have to tell you, Borriello is a very interesting young player.
All right, we are here at RFK Stadium in the nation's capital for the Champions World Series. I'm Max Brodos along with Giorgio Quinalia, and also joined by Christian Miles. Here are the scores. Ricardo Quaresma in the 11th minute, and seemingly out of nowhere, Ronaldinho in the 51st. Luis Enrique. Ricardo Quaresma. By Pancaro. Oh, Gerard didn't like it as an approach, but he's put it where he likes it now. Abiati has it.
He had to chip the ball over Abiati. Should have taken a strong shot. There would be more problems for Abiati. But every time the Barcelona goes down, they look like scoring. Milan, it looks like it's a hard work all the time.
We are at the hour mark now. Well, stay tuned, because Barcelona had a 2-0 advantage over a Juventus side that was struggling. And they saw that disappear. Could it happen again? Oh, there's a better run from Shevchenko, from Borriello. Shevchenko, Puyol. Puyol.
He has some great moves, this Borriello. He's got a great control of the ball. Look at this, he controls it right nice. He sees Shevchenko and just with the outside of his foot leads him onto it. I would have taken a shot from there.
Serginho, here comes Larson. Not a bad effort, but it goes wayward.
such a good in-swing, and Larson could have done better than that because he had a clear shot to go with his head and just put it wide. You have to believe it when you go up in the penalty area. You got to believe it. You got to think you're going to score.
That one goes out of play. It's a throw in for Milan.
Milan, by the way, already had 7 corner kicks. They haven't taken advantage of it.
Junior. Simic.
They can't find any space, Milan players. The Barcelona defenders are very compact with the midfield players. They're just not opening any space for Milan to go. They are still playing with the ball in their own halfway line. You have to play vertical. You can't play. Look at this, go all the way backwards now.
Little charge from Dani. Now Larson. Brocchi. A few players up ahead of him. Now the cross out of the reach of Shevchenko, but Borriello will attend it. Loses it to Quaresma. Space for Luis Enrique in front, but it goes back to Javi. Now on the left, Overmars. Keeps it on the deck. Stopped by Larson.
Oh, he's not offside. He's not offside.
He may not be.
He's not offside. Even the crowd agree with me. I don't think he was offside. Maybe I might be mistaken, but
it comes down to the lean.
Shevchenko's not happy about it at all.
We're going to have some more substitutions. Meanwhile, for Barcelona, as coming out will be, is it Reisiger? Yes, and big Patrick Anderson will be one of the players coming in. The big Swede, who played pretty well against Juventus starting from the beginning.
And Overmars.
And here comes Luis Garcia, who almost scored against Juventus. He comes back to Barcelona, his former club, after a good, solid year at Atletico Madrid. Puyol. Dani. Well, if you've watched the Champions World Series, this is Martin Larsson, not to be confused with Henrik or Ulrich of Celtic in the Larsson clan. The only name we've heard more than Larsson is the Garcias here on Barcelona. They all go by their first name, and we'll be happy to do it, as opposed to try and get out of that tangle. You see this Ricardo Quaresma. He is got to be keeping Frank Rijkaard very happy. Luis Enrique. Oof. Gerrard was going full steam ahead.
Every time Barcelona goes in the attack, they're a threat to Milan. Milan, on the other hand, when they go down, they take too much time. They don't play any vertical balls. They're too slow, very predictable. They want to change this game around. They got to do something different.
Good idea from Garcia, but he loses his footing on Larsson. And Brasini, long time a servant of Milan. Serginho. And Redondo, he positioned himself well in the foul on Gerrard.
You see, when you're like that, you're in trouble. When you have the ball, you're on the halfway line of Barcelona, then you go, you start back to your own defender. You got to go forward.
That one deflected. Anderson, ex-Bayern Munich, ex-Borussia Mönchengladbach. Away by Albert Joquera. Okay, Junior. Pancado.
Nobody's moving.
Redondo calmly played that up ahead for Brocchi. Flag up this time. Hey, good save by the kid at the back of the net. Get him a contract.
Those are the diagonal runs that Borriello and Shevchenko should be making, not like a midfielder like Ambrosini.
Look at it, you just saw him there in the orange. In essence, the fifth-string keeper for Barcelona. And they're still showing a tremendous level of talent. Puyol. He only stands about 5'8" but ferocious. I think he thinks he's much bigger. And that does the job. Christian Abbiati. I had a question for you. I was looking at Christian Abbiati's profile. He says he's from Abbiati's Grasso.
Abbiate Grasso.
Does that mean is that his own town?
No, it's a little town near Milan.
Oh, it's not run by the Abbiatis.
No.
Okay.
It's Abbiate Grasso.
Oh, you know what? I was all wrong all this time. Okay, Junior.
See, that's you can't keep going back to the goalkeeper. You got to push forward. It's very slow movement. Nobody's moving. Nobody takes a chance. Nobody takes a man on. Finally.
Luis Garcia. And the stretch by Shevchenko into the corner. And it will be a goal kick. Well, while I'm polishing up my Italian with Giorgio upstairs, Christian Miles is working on his Dutch.
Yes, indeed, Max. Of course, the long line of Dutch footballers here. Frank Rijkaard, of course, a friend of Johan Cruyff, who sits on the board at Barcelona. So the long line of Dutch footballers, what does Rijkaard do? Brings in his buddy Henk ten Cate, an experienced Dutch-level coach in the Eredivisie for many years.
I also heard that he was thinking about bringing the legend, his former teammate Marco van Basten, to be an assistant. I saw Marco van Basten recently in a friendly game just for a good cause. And I tell you, he looks like he can still play with these guys.
Yeah, he was a great player. Unfortunately, he had to stop it through his injury. He was the Achilles tendon, but he was a great player.
Well, one of my favorites. And a former Milan member in his own right. Dutch imports have been good for both these teams over the years. Good solid investment as that one skips away from another former Inter player, Dario Simic. They're really looking at him to perhaps fill a spot on that back line. Star-studded, as we saw. We opened with Cafu, Nesta, Maldini, and Kaladze. Simic feels he belongs as well. Oh, that's a nice play by Borriello. He was offside. He took a little jump step backwards. He has it now. Shevchenko joins him, as does Serginho. Borriello. Redondo. Oh, Cudi! Oh, what a save by Albuquerque! Attaboy, Fernandito! Oh, Redondo playing with much more confidence. Serginho now. Plays it across. Tancado. Back it comes. Ambrosini!
Oh, what a great chance. He sliced the ball there. This is a chance from Redondo, which he did a good job. He put it outside of his foot and let it fly, and the goalkeeper made a great save with his right hand. That's a difficult save.
Barcelona goalkeeping was an Achilles heel for them a year ago, but it looks like it may be a strength, at least with numbers, as Barcelona will go to the bench again. Oscar comes out, and Ramon Ross.
Oscar has taken his time coming off the field. Team is winning 2-0. The fourth man on the bench says, please hurry up. Good chance by Milan. Probably the best chance they had in all the game. To pull a goal back, it is a great goal. Good save it.
70th minute, Barcelona with goals by Quaresma and Ronaldinho. Lead AC Milan 2-0. AC Milan making their only appearance in the Champions World Series. They do have the Italian Super Cup in the Meadowlands against Juventus next Sunday. They were supposed to play against Celtic in Cleveland, but had to pull out. They weren't quite ready to make that trip. Maybe they should have.
That's a nice performance.
Get it out of the way a week earlier. Ramon Ross, Gerard, Puyol, Avi, Dani, Rocky.
Milan has to push up now. You're losing 2-0. There's about 20 minutes to go. If you want to try to come back in this game, you got to push up. You got to do pressing. Don't make stupid fouls, silly fouls like that. Doesn't help at all.
Foul on Ambrosini. Puyol. Luis Enrique. He'll take what they give him. They gave him a lot of space. Back it comes to Javi. To Luis Garcia. Quaresma. Larson. Not the first touch. Unable to clear it definitively. Now Quaresma. Everyone gets to their feet in the corner because they already have seen what Quaresma can do.
That was a bad foul because you tried to make fun of him and he just went for the Brocky there. So I was saying, don't do that again. Don't do that to me. Nice footwork and just went and really blocked him. He really got him.
And Brocky either feels really bad or just wanted to
I don't think so.
Lesson learned. No, I can tell it wasn't really a heartfelt hug. It really wasn't. Brocky, who has been around, ex of Verona, ex of Prosesto, Lumezzani. Ooh, Garcia's got to be better.
Have to do a lot of homework with that, my friend. Garcia cannot take shots like that.
Well, Milan, if nothing else, a Champions World Series first. The most substitutes used at one time.
Larson's really upset. He said, there's nobody moving up front. I don't know why Serginho's playing like center forward. Stay on the left-hand side so you create more space for people to go in there. Now they're going to push it back again.
All the way back to Pankara.
I mean, you're losing 2-0. You cannot play like that. And rightly so, the fans are listening because it's not possible.
You hit it on the nose, and the fans are well aware that it's not what they paid to see. Ooh, Serginho, that was lovely. Puyol. By the way, Michele Piccolo, the only man for Milan yet to see any action. He may, if the Milan side leak again. Luis Enrique off to Luis Garcia.
That's the second shot. He had a great chance 2 minutes earlier. Now another great opportunity. You got to go back to the drawing board for doing that. Okay. Silly mistake by Larson, and Luis Enrique just flies down the right wing. You see Luis Garcia in the middle. You cannot make mistakes like that. Beautiful ball right in the middle. You just got to tap it in and you puts it over the crossbar.
Javi wins another ball. Luis Garcia, will he get a third chance? Will the third time be the charm? Still might. Redondo. He has also spent some time in the Spanish First Division. Before making his way to Italy. Borriello. Ambrosini. Serginho.
This is where Paco has to overlap and try to receive the ball.
Off by Anderson. Ooh, the shot by Brocky. Someone, I think his own teammate blocked it.
I think it was Shevchenko that blocked this ball.
Quarter of an hour to go. Shevchenko at the far side. The right foot. Oh, Carlos Puyol.
Brocky can't believe it. He said it didn't go in. Puyol saved it right on the line.
Well,
great opportunity for Milan.
As I say, Carlos Puyol has just moved to the top of the list for my vote for MVP of the match after that one. Oh,
that would have been a great goal. Nice overhead kick by Christian Brocky. Look at that. Going right in the net. But who was that? Puyol. It's time for Milan to score a goal to open up the game again.
Look at that. All 8 corners have been for Milan. Oh, that could have been a...
There had been a counter that Quaresma was right on the right-hand side by himself. Nobody was near him.
Here's Michael Kennedy. Great chance for these U.S. referees to referee a, I guess you could say, quicker paced match, a higher level of quality, and they've all done pretty well. We have Kennedy, Michael Kennedy, we have Ricardo Valenzuela, of course, Kevin Terry.
Serginho on the ball here.
Rocky also there, now Borriello. Who will it be?
Could be the youngster Borriello. Borriello, Serginho.
Borriello the decoy, Serginho! What can you say? Ladies!
Another great save by the Barcelona goalkeeper. It was on this side of the post, although it made it look more difficult than what it was. Milan pushing forward.
Serginho Shevchenko, he went up with...
Milan were looking for a handball there because they thought it was a handball by defender of Barcelona.
Rocky.
Offside.
Oh, palo, traversa!
But he was offside.
But he was. Well,
The linesman put his flag up straight away.
foiled again. Giorgio, substitute number 11 about to come in for Milan.
Yes, Shevchenko's going out and Piccolo's coming in. There's the Shevchenko. If he would have scored, it wouldn't mean anything. So Milan changed the whole 11 players. They have nobody left on the bench.
Well, Shevchenko does get a champion's exit. And now, young Michele Piccolo. Luis Enrique. Tonight's attendance, hey, we eclipsed 45,000.
That's not bad.
Very nice. And this is going to be the beginning of quite a soccer turnout this week with the matches coming up in New York and Philadelphia. The New York match, don't forget, tomorrow night, join us here as it'll be Manchester United Juventus, a dream matchup. And the best part about it, both teams have had some games to get adjusted, to get the wind in their sails. Here's Gerard. It comes. There's a chance for Luis Garcia. Simic joins him step for step. Corner kick.
Every time they use a flank pass, they create a lot of problems for the Milan defense. Could you believe this is the first corner of the night for Barcelona?
Wow, trailing badly too. Only 8-1 now. They haven't needed them. Oh, that's a nice turn by Garcia. And Rossini. Serginho, the long field to cover. We'll do it by feet first. A little tug there.
Serginho not happy with the referee. He wanted a foul.
80th minute. Ooh, 80th minute. This reminds me of the 80th minute in Boston.
Oh, that's a yellow card. No, it's going the other way.
No. A lot of arms flinging around. Borriello and Puyol. Oh, the hook.
Serginho's going to get a yellow card for dissent.
Piccolo, who is teaming up with Marco Borriello up front. There was Ambrosini, who's getting up on more than one occasion. No, John Dal Thomason didn't travel with the side, so the Borriello-Piccolo combination gets to work today.
And Brock is upset too. With the referee.
Barcelona are going to make some more changes. Milan, maybe they'd like to make more changes. They just can't. They don't have anyone else on their squad. How about Milan, by the way? 25-player squad, 16 of which have played in a World Cup. And more players like Shevchenko, who would play in a World Cup if, well, they didn't play for the Ukraine, which still struggles on the national scene. Javi will step aside. Another good day. And Andre Iniesta coming in.
And Quaresma also going off. Again tonight he impressed me a lot, this kid, number 7, Ricardo Quaresma. Beside the goal, his movement on the right wing, on the left hand side as well. Ball control. Always looking directly at the goal.
Zeginho. Luis Enrique. Anderson. Great ball by the defender. Eluded David. Redondo. Nice ball by the Argentine, Piccolo. Well, it was Piccoli who brought Juventus back against Barcelona. Can Piccolo do the same here?
Not like that, they can't.
In the match at Foxborough, I'll tell you, Giorgio had that look. He said, I think maybe I could say last 10 minutes to get it done. He doesn't have that look today.
No, not today, no, because I don't see any player that can create something different.
Pancaro, Redondo, skips away, and there's Cocu. Ooh, the back header from Dani. The Champions League winners looking very ordinary as they kick off the new season. Things will improve. And really for Ancelotti, he gets a chance now to put a fire under his team and say, look, we got 2 trophies last season. We want to get 4. We want to get that Scudetto again.
But playing like this, they won't have a chance to win the Super Cup on Sunday afternoon, I tell you, because Juventus looked much sharper to me than Milan did.
Gerard. Got to see how the flag does go up.
I don't know too much about that, because the linesman was late in putting up his flag. Well, Milan have 6 minutes to pull something out of the hat here, but I don't think it's going to be the same thing as it was in Boston with Juventus. Because instead of going forward, they're playing backwards.
Borriello. They're going to have to be prompt. Enrique. Borriello. He's been out of control, really. And
all the bench of Barcelona were just stood up. They didn't like that at all. I know he's a young kid, but you know, that's an experience and frustration. Look at him just lunges in.
Oh, yeah.
He got the ball, but he got also Luis Enrique as well.
You can't do that to Luis Enrique. He's 33 years of age.
He got the ball, right? But in the meantime, he got to play it as well. This happens when you get frustrated. You're losing 2-0, nothing is happening. You have some chances to pull a goal back. Goalkeeper made 2 great saves.
Patrick Anderson. Oh, Luis Enrique, a little clip there by Pancaro. Puyol. David. That's a nice build up. They get it around. Anderson. Taken in the back by Larson. He's got to get a free kick. It looked like he just got ejected out of those seats that they have in the James Bond cars.
Yeah, if no forward can do that, he said, let me try as well. So he tried and he gained a nice free kick on this side. And Serginho again on the ball. Maybe he can pull one back.
to start.
There's not much time left, though. I gotta tell you, there's 5 minutes to go.
Serginho will be the man to take it. Serginho off the wall, gets corner kick number 9 here for Milan. It was Iniesta, I think, who just stretched out to get it.
Yeah, he tried to bend it and didn't put it high enough. Everybody at Milan in the penalty area.
It's a better ball by Serginho, headed out by Barcelona. It was up to Garcia, David, Luis Enrique. Well, Barcelona, not many people expected this kind of form, but they're going to head into the match in Philadelphia at Lincoln Field with 2 victories under their belts. We'll see if Manchester United heads into that match undefeated, because it'll set up, really, in essence, the championship of the Champions World Series.
That's for sure. With both teams winning 2 games, we got to see what Manchester United do tomorrow night. Oh my! Against Juventus tomorrow night.
Garcia towards the far post. Anderson over the back of Borriello. Well, how about the efforts of this young Portuguese midfielder, Ricardo Quaresma, drawing comparisons to Luis Figo.
And this is the goal. Great shot. Liederhaar couldn't do nothing to stop that shot.
That one doesn't get through. Gerrard. Luis Enrique. Redondo. And you know what? Fernando Redondo has done his part. Not the tackle
Not like
there.
that.
But he started a bit slow when he got into the match. Had a good shot on goal. It's promising after all he's had to go through.
Barcelona just putting his ball running around the ball, just from one side to the other side, just wasting time. There's around a couple of minutes left in the game.
Borriello, he's still going to go in full bore, but you know what? Maybe a lesson to be learned there, as his teammates have lacked that fire. Naviati.
Pancaro was good for pushing forward. He didn't have a push forward this evening. Maybe he's not much fit yet.
Serginho, a little pirouette, but he did not fool Andre Iniesta.
And he didn't fool Ancelotti either. I think Ancelotti's really upset at him. What was that? What was that?
Yeah. Carlo Ancelotti may have to put a jersey on before too long. At 43 years of age, he probably still could perform at high level.
You can see he's really upset about the performance of his side tonight.
That's a better ball. Serginho for Pancaro. We're about to go into the 90th minute. Here's the cross. Borriello is being assaulted by Patrick Anderson. Borriello plays it back. Pancaro. Carlos Puyol. He's been heroic. Borriello. Anderson. Luis Enrique, a former teammate. Fernando Redondo getting hooked up, those two at Real Madrid at one point.
Frank Rijkaard should be happy about his performance of his side, especially in the first half.
Everyone raves about Frank Rijkaard. He's a natural for coaching. He hasn't had a good run. He coached the Dutch team. They got to the semifinals in the Euro 2000 that they hosted and were bounced out by Italy. And he also was a coach of Sparta Rotterdam.
That was an unbelievable game. I commented that game.
The best. I mean, anyone who ever says that a 0-0 match is boring, you watch that. It was absolutely fascinating, and I'm sure you enjoyed it a little.
I enjoyed it more than the Dutch did. People did.
It was Francesco Toldo just playing an amazing match.
What's the matter with Redondo? He's coming off.
Well, the trainer's coming over. He's running okay. Maybe just taking a knock to the face.
Yeah, he's got blood on his...
Yeah, a lot of blood. Right on the chin. Whoa, Serginho!
Wow. That was a strong shot.
What a battle for the goalkeeping post. It's Rustu's job. But these two young kids, Victor Valdez and Albert Joquera, have proven that the next line, the young generation, are in good hands. 2 minutes of stoppage time. We're working on the first.
Listening.
Redondo, the bleeding hasn't stopped.
Yeah, and he has his jersey full of blood, and he cannot play with a jersey full of blood. He has to change.
And he may just sit the rest out. Let's see who gives up the jersey. Well, by the time he gets that jersey back on,
the game is over.
It'll be over. It's those dry fit jerseys where he has the undergarment underneath, so they're an adventure to put on. Just 20 seconds left. Barcelona will get a clean sheet and win their second, and they beat the cream of the crop of the Serie A. Now if they could just get it right against the likes of
Redondo's given up going back on the field because the game is over, so therefore he's given up.
it's the only drama left.
That's it.
He's got Kaka Kaladze's jersey on, but he won't be able to come out.
It's all over. 2-0 for Barcelona. Deserved win. Quaresma, for me, he's the man of the match.
I was him and Puyol for me at the end. And some fans running on the pitch. Excellent effort from Barcelona. Some fans trying to switch jerseys with Saviola. Now the security's got him. We're all done. We'll be back to clean up shop from RFK Stadium. Barcelona victorious.